Hey everyone, Easy Malforge here. So I've been seeing a lot of people over the past couple months posting their teams on YouTube for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And since it's just a little ways away, I thought that I'd probably do mine as well, even though it's going to be a little bit weird because I'm doing a Nuzlocke. So actually this is going to be the team I hope I end up with. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So, my starter, of course, since I began Diamond with a Piplup like years ago, that's what I'm going to be going with once again. And gonna hopefully keep it around long enough for it to become an Empoleon. I think the water and steel type, especially on a starter, is really cool. And it could actually have some really great utility, especially in, like, with this being basically 8.5 as far as gens go. Even though it is a remake, it has basically all of our stuff from Gen 8, like stats and moves and things. I don't know how many of the moves we're going to see, but hopefully we'll get some good ones that'll carry over. And I don't know how available the hidden abilities will be for starters. I don't imagine that they'll just give us to them at the beginning, so I'm not going to count on Defiant. But Torrent is still really good with it increasing water type attacks by 50% once its HP is low enough. So, I mean, hopefully we don't have to be in that range too much, because that would kind of suck, especially in a Nuzlocke. But its base special attack is actually pretty good, being at 111, and who knows, maybe it'll get a little bit of a boost. Get that special attack up a little bit more, or maybe even physical attack up a little bit more. That'd be pretty cool to see it get a physical attack boost, really, because it does get a lot of physical moves as well. And then moving on to the next one, we have Straptor, which I'm hoping to catch in the lake at the Starly, of course. And I think that this one will be really good, especially because of its base 120 attack and base 100 speed. Should definitely come in handy. Don't know how good or how easily hidden ability is going to be obtainable in the wild, but assuming that we can obtain them pretty easily, Reckless could be really good, especially for Brave Bird. Because, yeah, in a Nuzlocke, recoil damage kind of sucks. It's definitely counterproductive there. But if we can turn that around with a 20% boost, that'll be really good. And then moving on to the next one's going to be the Bidoof line. Bidoof by itself is terrible, I'm just going to say that right now. Bibarel has actually grown on me in recent playthroughs, especially in the Alpha Sapphire Wonderlock. I recently did off camera, simply because I cannot record on my 2DS right now, because I don't have an ability to, or like any of the necessary hookups. So basically, the reason why I really like this Pokemon now is because of its ability Simple. And Simple, as you can see on screen, it makes stat modifications become double. Now this does unfortunately mean if we get a stat drop, we'll go down by 2 or more stages, so that kind of sucks. But at the same time, we can increase defensive stats and offensive stats by double the amount, which can be really good in the long run, especially because Bidoof has a lot, well, not a lot, but a decent HP stat, with its base HP being 79, and then an okay speed stat 71, physical attack 85. Its base stats aren't really that great, but still, I think it could have some really good use. And then moving on to Luxray for our Route 202 encounter, I believe. So running into catching a Shanks would be really good. And having it with the hidden ability Guts would be even better, actually, for potentially facing any status conditions in the future. Having our attack boosted by 50% and nullifying burn can be really good. But also Intimidate is really good as well to lower the enemy's attack stat. Rivalry is going to suck if we end up with that, but with any luck, we'll be able to actually change abilities, so that'll be good. Moving on to Frostlast. So Snorunt, I believe, is like a route, was originally like a route 216, 217 encounter. And then outside of Lake Acuity, I think. And so basically, if I can end up with a Snorunt and a female Snorunt, I'm definitely going to go for the Frostlast option. And that's because it has a decent base stat in both its special and physical attack. And its base stat for speed is 110, so it's really fast, it's really hard, and it can get like stat boosts, it can have a lot of different things that hit decently, as well as triple axle. If we get those moves from Sword and Shield, if those transfer over, that'll be really good. Triple axle has recently become one of my favorite ice moves. And next we do have Houndoom, which we know we're going to be able to catch Houndour and like various other Pokemon down in the underground now, which that's going to be a really cool opportunity to get some nice Pokemon that don't appear normally in the wild. And I'm not sure how that's going to work like Nuzlocke wise, if like different dens are going to count as different encounters, or if they don't actually count as new locations at all, they're all just one. Which, I mean, I guess since Underground spreads out everywhere, it can count as multiple. I'm not really too sure. But we'll work that out when we get to it, I guess. Its hidden ability on Nerve is decent, but not really the best thing to go for. What I'll probably go for is either Early Bird or Flash Fire. And that is because Early Bird is really good for waking up from sleep, obviously. And I think that we'll probably end up facing a lot of sleep, unfortunately, because that seems to be my kind of luck in Nuzlockes. I either get slept or poisoned, and then I pretty much get destroyed. But hopefully it won't be the case this time. Flash Fire can be really good, switching out like Frostlast into Houndoom, and then absorbing that fire attack and boosting our own fire attacks. That could actually be really helpful. Having a Dark and Fire type as well can be helpful for switching into like Psychic types, Dark types, Fire types, Grass types, all kinds of things. Especially since we have a 2x Grass weakness in Bibarel, and well, not really in Polion anymore, because I think doesn't. I'm pretty sure Steel resists Grass. I'm gonna have to look further into that though. I can't remember. I've never really. I believe I've actually seen an instance of Grass versus Steel, so that wasn't already like part ground or part rock or something. But yeah, that's gonna be my team, guys. I think it's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna work out pretty well, and hopefully we can actually get it. Let me know what you guys think, and also let me know down in the comments what your team will be whenever you get this game, or if you plan to get one of these games or not. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.